Park Department additional programs throughout the year, of course, the Field of Dreams. We just finished the new playground, a little over $100,000. $18,000 of that was donated through AT&T Fund. New basketball court at the Field of Dreams, full-size basketball court. We have a new skate park off of Marquette, again at the Field of Dreams. That is complete and the equipment installed. We are completing the 4th field going into the spring. Construction will start this spring also on the concession building and bathroom. The foundations are already in and poured. We are now doing the blocks and then securing it and putting the roofs on. Leveling the football, soccer field, the path from Fairview, walking across Central to Grand Boulevard Lake will connect to the Field of Dreams, and we'll have that done as soon as the weather allows us to get back there. We have a culvert. We have the paths already there. There's a culvert ditch that sort of drains. We need to get that bridge in so we can walk across it safely. Additional lighting, of course, and along, well, touch base on that. So one of the grants, it's a 2-point, I'm jumping ahead, Central Avenue Grand Boulevard Improvement Project here at this intersection. Anyone go through New Chicago recently? At their intersection that they just finished. Beautiful, right? It really is. If you have not seen it, I really encourage you to take a ride down Michigan Avenue, right in the heart of their town. A great improvement. We have been working on something very similar, and it's going to really enhance the beautification here outside City Hall at this intersection. And I like to think of our downtown, this is sort of the beginning, and as we develop and go downtown, we're going to continue to develop. And some of the grants that we have secured, I'll touch on those future grants and projects. Along with the walk path, we have not finished, but the walk paths will actually cross Central, Fairview, Central, and Marquette. They'll all be stamped here as soon as weather is permitting, allows us to do that. We're putting flashers here at this intersection. Again, as the sun's going down, we have a lot of activity in the summer around the lake, and I really want to enhance the safety features. I want to light up this intersection. I want some yellow flashers, letting cars know, slow down. We have a walk path that crosses Central, and pay attention. So again, safety is very, very important to me. A huge, wonderful enhancement that we will be starting here in the next couple of weeks. The sign will be in, I think, mid next week, or tomorrow, I think somebody told me. It's a new digital communication sign. If you remember the old one we have at the point, it died about 2.5 years ago, and it was just too costly to revive it. We're putting a full color digital 4x8 size. So if you've seen the one in Hobart with a nice concrete casing, it's going to be a very decorative, nice communication sign right outside City Hall here. Again, that will cover all functions, including any disaster, any bad weather coming our way, real time. So if somebody's coming home from work, you know, we have bad weather coming, or I mean, we could put that right on the board and let people know what's going on in the community real time. Next big project, and this is the big one that we have secured. It's about a $2.2 million grant that we have secured through NERC, and it is on a roundabout, so just outside of the library going east, the intersection where Fairview and Central sort of meet, that ugly guardrail. Basically, the future of that, once this project is done over the next several years, that will be gutted completely, and it's not going to be a tight circle, a very user-unfriendly type circle. I think of my mom and senior citizens, and my mom would go about 10 times around the circle and figure out, oh, I get off here. And I'm not poking fun about my mom, she's just very old school. She'll be the first one to call me and say, you know, Keith, what did you do? This is a stretched one. So when I talk about a roundabout, it's not just a tight little circle, it's a stretched oval type circle. Much more user-friendly. You can jive into, get in it, and get back out very easily. I think this is probably going to be one of the best projects we have done outside of, obviously, Grand Boulevard Lake and a lot of other little projects, but this is just a major enhancement as you go downtown from City Hall, and it's just going to continue as we continue to develop Central Avenue. So we have secured that. Engineering has already started, and I have. So, okay. beautification, safety, reduce emissions, that's the big key. We're going to close 50% of the channels between Fairview and Central, pushing people to use the roundabout. The whole key about this grant is keeping people moving, not stopping, instead of a stop sign, your fumes are going. It's a emissions mitigation grant is how we achieve this. And it's keeping traffic flowing, very, very important. I talked about the walk trail enhancement, about Fairview tying into Gray Boulevard and Field of Dreams. And once that's all done, you'll have several miles to really have a nice bike ride, walk, several hours if you take a walk. But it's really a huge enhancement. We did receive a grant, $750,000, and we will be gutting our old Fairview walk trail, widening it. That's not the proper width for a standard walk trail. If you have two bikes going, one has to actually get off in the grass. Not very healthy, so we're going to widen that. Additional lighting all the way down with benches and exercise program and activities along that walk trail path. Okay, closing here, getting to the end here. Refuse, we just ordered a little over 1,000 new 96-gallon recycled containers. And currently you have 64-gallon recycled containers, 64. One thing, you know, by far I'm not perfect. Okay, and when we make mistakes, we try to correct them. And as I look back on this program, I wish I would have ordered 96-gallon recycled containers. We ordered 64, which was a huge improvement from that little small rectangle can, which was a pain in the butt to use, right? So it was a huge enhancement, and it improved our recycling by 300%. However, I didn't have enough foresight to say, that isn't big enough, and it sort of shoots me in the foot, but we're going to correct that. We're ordering the 96 gallons. Our heavy recyclers will get the 96 gallon. You can keep the 64 gallon, no additional cost. We want you to recycle. We want to encourage you to recycle. So we're going to give you a bigger bin, keep the old bin, and we'll be just totally ecstatic if you use both of them and fill them both. At home, my can, recycle can, actually gets full before my garbage can. And as I recycle, and I wasn't a strong one before with that small rectangular thing, but as I do it now and I pay attention to it, I have a separate garbage can for my recycling. And my recycling can fills up faster, so I'm pretty excited, can't wait to get the 96 gallon. That will only enhance, again, garbage not going to a landfill, education for our kids, recycling, and all the younger kids, they're very excited, and a lot more excited than we ever were growing up about recycling. Keeping the small 65-gallon can, and we will be rolling out that hopefully going into April. They're already on order, and we hope to have them in, again, mid-April. So, all right, I talked a lot. Quickly, these, what you see here, are poster childs of our community. A recap of each year. So I have 9, 10, 11, 12. This one is 12, where we just finished City Hall. And now every article after 12, you'll notice that's our center point, our City Hall. Be very proud of. But we talk about all the green stuff when we first opened City Hall, the wind, the solar, the island that we built at Grenville, our lake with the shelter, the trees we planted. 13, again, City Hall, early rendering of the water plant, talking about it, planning about it, and then doing it. The following article, it's the actual building. And look how close the rendering is. That's pretty scary. The architect did a really good job. But again, holding us true to what we talk about, what we plan, follow through, get it done, and then show the proofs in the pudding. In this 2014, an early rendering of the playground at the Field of Dreams. And what we have here in 2015, the finished product of the playground at the Field of Dreams. Again, keeping us in tune with what we preach about, what we can do, and how we plan, and then proof that we follow through. So I love this. These are actually going to go in our museum, hang in our museum, and I hope for the next 100 years, every mayor after continues to do this and markets the city. So when people read that, again, from other communities, wow, things are really happening. So it matters.